Top 10 fastest bikes in the world. When traveling on two wheels, reaching dizzying speeds is not for those who are easily scared. Neither of them currently holds the record for being the motorcycle that can travel the fastest in the world. The motorcycles that are in the running for this title are already winners in their own right. They have pushed the boundaries of what is considered to be top performance, and as a result, they have been bestowed with immortal status as a result of their achievements. Here is a list of the top 10 fastest bikes in the world. Number 10. The Energica Ego Plus RS. We believe that the moment had come to include here the emerging new breed of electric motorcycles, even if just for the reason that, as everyone who has ridden one will confirm, they simply accelerate in a way that is unmatched by anything else. The top-of-the-line model of the Energica Ego Superbike, which is produced in Italy by the company Energica, is undeniably the best of the bunch. Having ridden it myself, I can attest that it features an incredible, single-speed warp drive that is unparalleled by anything else. According to Energica, the sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour takes only 2.6 seconds. The problem is, though, that does not represent the conclusion of the story. It is essentially nothing extraordinary based on its power and weight stats. Its peak torque of 159 lb-ft is mostly responsible for the party. It is outrageously heavy. Its top speed is restricted to barely 150 miles per hour, and it costs around $30,000. Perhaps electric bicycles haven't fully reached their potential just yet. Number 9. Suzuki GSX 1300 or Hayabusa. A completely redesigned model of Suzuki's hyperbike known as the King of Speed, the massive GSX 1300 or Hayabusa, was eventually released in 2021 after a great deal of build-up and expectation. It was well worth the time spent waiting. The new Busa was a worthy successor to the 1999 model that was so quick, it forced the end of the speed contest. It was now Euro 5 compliant and boasted a snappy, comprehensive suite of rider electronics, a snazzy new TFT dash, and a large dollop of extra build quality. The new version is not any faster than the previous one, and because it is quite hefty, it cannot exactly compete with the most recent superbikes. The method in which it picks up speed and the exhilaration that you experience are both just as remarkable as they have always been. Number 8. Norton V4 SV. The old, contentious, Dunnington regime Norton V4RR has been discontinued and has been succeeded by the brand new, entirely re-engineered V4 SV that is manufactured in Solihull and owned by TVS. The basic stats of the new bike are not as good as those of the previous cycle. Instead of 200 horsepower and 179 kilograms of dry weight, the new bike only has 185 horsepower and 193 kilograms of dry weight. It now goes, stops, and handles like a proper superbike should, although it's a ways behind the very best from Europe and Japan, and it almost certainly is, as Norton claims of its $56,153.02 United States dollar range topper, the most luxurious British superbike ever created. But then the new bike also doesn't have the widely reported 30+ faults of the original. However, it is not the fastest vehicle in general. Number 7. MV Agusta Rush. The Italian Exotica specialists at MV Agusta still have some of the 300 carbon-bedecked Rush models left in their limited edition run. The Rush is a concept bike-styled roadster that is based on the Brute Ale 1000. Deliveries of the Rush will now begin in June. The Rush is so wild and powerful that it had to be included in this article. MV is now claiming 208 horsepower from its 998 cubic centimeters Ford, increasing to 212 with race kit, a dry weight of 186 kilograms, and a top speed over 300 kilometers per hour, if you can hang on, to go along with its peculiar appearance, twin pipes, and other features. Number 6. Honda Fireblade SP. Since Honda's flagship superbike has remained essentially intact since 2020, although you can now get it in colors commemorating the company's 30th anniversary, we will continue to discuss it here. We were forced to utilize an educated guess because there have been no official numbers about the amount of dry weight that has been provided, therefore, it is difficult to be certain about this one. if the claimed curb weight of 201.3 kilograms is accurate, and if a fuel tank of 16 liters weighs approximately 12 kilograms, then the dry SP will be no more than 180 kilograms. This, coupled with the fact that it produces 215 horsepower, places it in the territory of the M1000RR, which is probably about reasonable considering that this is the most powerful, extreme, and track-oriented Fireblade ever created, as well as one that has been constructed particularly to win WSB. But it could get even better than that. Number 5. BMW M1000RR. This exceptional, tuned, lightweight, aerodynamically equipped, limited edition, homologation special for BSB and WSB, etc. version of BMW's already magnificent S1000RR Superbike was given the illustrious M Performance appellation when the company's Motorrad division was given the M Performance moniker in 2021. In point of fact, as a base race bike from which a true superbike machine can be built, apart from the aero, it is not really any faster or better than the already phenomenal S1000RR, but it is the best that the Bavarian marque currently has to offer, with a price tag of over $30,000 to match. For mere mortals, it is not really any faster or better than the already phenomenal S1000RR. Number 4. MV Agusta Brut 1000 Nürburgring. Another fresh product from MV Agusta. This one is so new that it hasn't even been ridden by anyone as of yet. Having said that, whenever they do it, it ought to be a lot of fun. The Nürburgring Special Edition is said by MV to be the most extreme, mind-boggling brute ale, and with its regular 208 horsepower and 183 kilograms of weight, but with both raised to 215 horsepower and just 177 kilograms thanks to a unique race kit to go along with its carbon and titanium components throughout. The Nürburgring Special Edition lives up to its billing as the most extreme, mind-boggling brute ale. Number 3. Aprilia RSV4 1100 Factory. Another bicycle salvaged from the previous rundown that we did. It has been some time since Aprilia's revolutionary, power-packed, compact, and electronics-laden first RSV4 1000 was competitive at the World Superbikes level. It did initially come out in 2010, after all, which is why, in 2019, they upgraded it into 1,100 cubic centimeters form by using the enlarged engine from the 1100 Tuono. It also received a further modification in 2021, this time in the shape of a new semi-active electronic suspension, while its overall performance remained the same. The effect is spectacular, even though it does not comply with WSB standards. The engine is robust and grunty, the chassis is small and nimble, the electronics and cycle parts are cutting edge, and they are on par with the absolute best. Number 2. The Ducati Panigale V4R. The WSB homologation special version of Ducati's astounding V4 Superbike was released in the 2019 year, and it has been regularly improved since then. These updates were sufficient for Alvaro Bautista to ultimately win the World Superbike Championship with it this year. Simply said, it possesses all the following: monstrous power from the MotoGP-inspired V4, up from the S's 214 and, in race trim, now a full 237 brake horsepower, an ultra-lightweight monocoque chassis, the very best of cycle parts, world-pioneering aero aids, lashings of exotic Italian style and poster appeal, and now a price tag of $48,461.97 United States dollar to match. Number 1. A Kawasaki Ninja H2/R motorcycle. The king has passed away, may he rest in peace. The incredible supercharged H2/R, which now costs $63,769.25 United States dollar, won the race the last time around, and even though the opposition is getting closer, it still holds the lead today. Kawasaki's goal was to create the most powerful production machine in the world, and it was successful in achieving that goal. The Kawasaki is said to produce a staggering 306 horsepower in its full-bore, track-only or trim, with that number increasing to 322 horsepower when the ram air effect is used. This, in addition to a lightweight tubular steel trellis structure, is what keeps it at the top of its class. Nevertheless, The 193 kilogram dry weight figure is an estimate based on the 216 kilogram wet weight figure that was released. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.